Hello everyone, Sarah here. Welcome back to episode 5 for the Stampoholic series. This is our second last video that I'm sharing with you. All the details again down below are for the giveaway. Check out the DCAM YouTube channel, leave a comment there, and also go to the Die Cuts and More blog and check out the blog post and leave a comment for your chance to win a Stampoholic Nano. So today I wanted to share with you another technique that you can use for your Stampoholic with linear stamp sets. So I have these two stamp sets that I purchased from a D-stash, and these smaller stamps and these two here are actually the exact size of the grid lines on the Stampoholic tool. So it's a perfect opportunity to do some repetitive stamping to create this gorgeous card. I'm gonna come up here so you guys can see. So super cute. I have process to show you how I did the repetitive stamping. Again, this stamp set works out perfectly for the size of the lines, but you can use it with anything. Just make sure you keep moving your piece of paper for the correct width that you need for your stamped image that you're using. So the card front is all done on Canson watercolor paper with distress inks. I did add in some water spray to let it run a little bit. I added on some sequins from Cartwright Sequins. This stamped image here is from a stamp set from Your Next Stamp. It's this one right here called Fred and Ginger. Super cute flamingo. I have the dies for this one also. And then actually for the Happy Birthday, I used that from Soaring By. Right there, the Happy Birthday. And then also on the inside, I use this Make Today Ridiculously Amazing. This is from Whatnot Sentiments 2. All these stamps are from Your Next Stamp. So it turned out to be a super cute card. I popped him up on some foam tape, added some glossy accents to his eyes. It's still drying there a little bit. And then on the inside, I have another piece of watercolor paper with just some pink watercolor splattered on there, and then this stamp sentiment. So very, very cute. Please stay tuned to watch the process on how to do your repetitive stamping, and please leave a comment for your chance to win. Okay, so I have my inks lined up here in rainbow color. I am using all distress inks, picked raspberry, dried marigold, scattered straw, twisted citron, and salty ocean. I just picked them based on the colors that I had to kind of follow the rainbows. So I'm going to put them off to the right hand side in order though, so that I know which ones to use and I don't get messed up. At least I'm going to try not to get messed up. Okay, and I have my Stampoholic tool. I'm using the grid mouse pad and a piece of watercolor paper. And I have this striped stamp. Unfortunately, it's not a stamp set that is available to purchase anymore. I got this through a D-stash, Simply Stamp Designs. But it's just a straight line. So any sort of stamp with a straight line image you can use to recreate this. So I've just picked kind of like the smallest stripe. It kind of matches the same size that's on the grid paper, which is what makes this work so perfectly. So I just lined it up, not in the middle, but not on the ends, because you want room to move your paper. So basically we will be able to go, I don't want to do the whole sheet, but we will be able to go to about there. And for where you want to start, you just want to line it up. Okay, so I am going to, I want the edge to be showing on the card, so actually I'm going to just line it up there. Okay, I'm going to start here. So you want to make sure where you're starting, you have lined it up on a line, because as we stamp, we're just going to move each line down. Okay, so let me, yeah, that'll be good. Alright, so we're going to put our watercolor paper down. I just have my magnets towards the back end, which is fine. And we're going to start with our first color, so the picked raspberry. And I'm going to ink from the bottom up. I don't need to do the whole thing because there is space here, but I do have my my stamp chamois so that I can clean off whatever does not go on the paper. And I'm going to do it twice to, I don't need a totally solid image because I am playing with this after the fact. I'm going to put some water on it, but we're going to do the best that we can there. So I'm just going to stamp off that and clean off my stamp. And then we're going to move it up one. Just one grid line. And then I'm going to take the next one is dried marigold, ink up my stamp, and stamp it down. And again a second time. Distress inks don't always sit properly on a clear stamp, so that's why you won't get a clear image the first time you stamp it. Generally that will never happen. So it's not your ink, it's not your stamp, it is your ink. Distress ink doesn't really go well on clear stamps. Okay, so the next one is our scattered straw. Again, I'm going to ink it up. Oh, I forgot to move it. But I did not press down yet, so let's just move this up. Re-ink it. There we go. There we are. Okay, again, don't forget to move it. And then Twisted Citron. One more time. Clean it off and move it up. And our last color is the Salty Ocean. It's a beautiful blue color. Go. And again. Now you can keep going, you can keep stamping all you want, but I am actually going to take this and flip it over. So we're going to stamp on the other side going in, so it's kind of like a mirror image. And right there is where we started. So I'm gonna bring these inks back to this side again in order. Start off with our picked raspberry. Clean it off. Again, move it up. Second color. Move it up. I need to get a brighter yellow. Go. up again for our Twisted Citron. And then move it up the last time for the Salty Ocean. Ouch. There we go. Let's clean it off. I'm going to take it out of my Stampoholic. So then I have both of my sets of lines in there, and I'm going to take my Distress Sprayer and just spray from a distance here. Give it a splattered watercolor look. Just gonna lift it up here to clean off my tool. And then I'm going to take my paper towel and pull up the water. There we go. Distressed rainbow background for our card.